So I filmed this entire pregnancy update video, and then when I checked over the footage, it was all completely out of focus. So good job, Marissa. Now we're refilming it. Alright, so today I am doing my 17-week update video. I did not film a 16-week update video just because at the time that I filmed my 15-week update video, my computer startup disk was full. I couldn't edit anything, and so it was just stupid. So I was like, what is the point of filming an entire video if I can't edit it? So that, and also nothing had really changed in my 16th week from the 15th video, so there was really no point in doing another video. Food cravings. Apple juice has still been a pretty big craving. Not craving, I wouldn't say, but I still have been on a big apple juice craze. Still really enjoying the spicy food. Still want spicy on pretty much everything that I eat. If it's not on there and I'm enjoying the food, I'm still thinking in the back of my mind, this could really use some hot sauce or something along those lines. 3, pizza. Pizza has been a major craving of mine the past 2 weeks. It's been really, really strange because I normally don't crave pizza all that much. I think I can put my fingers down. It's okay. Normally I don't crave pizza all that much, but I definitely have craved it a lot. I could use a pizza right now. We ordered pizza twice in 1 week last week and it was ridiculous, but I thoroughly needed it and enjoyed it. And I've been piling all of the vegetables and all of the everything onto my pizza lately, which is not what I normally do. So pizza, for sure, giant craving. Now that I'm in the 2nd trimester, I am back to drinking hot drinks like tea and coffee, but I am sticking to decaf still. If I am having something with caffeine in it, because for example, I'm falling asleep while I'm trying to work, or I have to go drive to school and I really am still really tired, then I will have caffeinated tea rather than caffeinated coffee. I don't know why, that's what I've been doing. And I feel okay doing that because 1, I'm not drinking caffeine every day. I'm still not drinking it in sodas or anything like that. And 2, I am only having 1 cup of whatever it is that I'm drinking per day. And 3, I'm in the 2nd trimester, so I'm not worried about it. Pregnancy brain is a real thing. I think I had a lot more examples of it in the first version of this that I filmed. It was pretty ridiculous. But it's not a symptom that I have mentioned in other updates just because it seems like such a stupid symptom to come up with. It's like, oh, pregnancy brain, I just forget everything. It sounds stupid, but it really honestly is a thing. I have a really good memory. I remember everything. I don't remember everything, but I like to think that I remember everything. I rarely have moments when I'm in the middle of a conversation and I go, oh man, what the hell was I talking about? If I wake up in the morning and I need to remember to do 3 things, then I can generally remember those 3 things without having to write them down. I cannot do any of those things now. I am in the middle of a conversation and I sit there and I'm going, I don't know what I was saying. And it's not even when the other person was talking, it's when I am talking and I'm talking in the middle of the sentence and then I don't know what I was saying. That's what's been happening. And then I will forget the words for things, which is also really frustrating. But pregnancy brain is a real thing. It's really strange. It's very, very weird. The acne that I mentioned in my 15-week update has gone away, and I honestly think that that was due to one of the products that I was using on my face, not pregnancy, because as soon as I stopped using that product, it cleared back up and my acne has been pretty manageable and I'm actually pretty happy with it. I kind of judge it based on how many areas of my face I have to put concealer dots on in the morning when I'm doing my makeup, and I hardly have to use my concealer at all, and that means I'm having good skin at that moment. Bleeding gums is another symptom that I'm not sure if I mentioned in any of my other update videos, but just in case I haven't, I definitely have had bleeding gums. It's apparently a normal thing to occur during pregnancy for some women. I have experienced it. My gums are pretty sensitive to begin with, so they bleed a lot anyway, but they have definitely been bleeding more profusely, and every single time that I brush my teeth, I spit out a big old nice mouthful of blood with it. And in the past week, if I use a toothpick at all, I used a toothpick on like last Sunday or something like that, and it bled, like it gushed for a minute and then it stopped, but it was still like, whoa, that's a lot of blood just for poking myself with a toothpick. Yesterday I had a dentist appointment and there was a lot more blood there than there usually is as well, so definitely having some bleeding gums. I am back to being exhausted. I know that some people say that in your 2nd trimester you get this nice big boost of energy and you can get all this stuff done, and I'm like, where the fuck is that? Because I don't have it. I would like some of that. Give it to me. I think that it's probably related to the fact that I am back in school again, and that this is one of the busier semesters that I've had in the past couple that I've done, and they're earlier in the morning and the classes are closer together. There's a lot more walking in between classes. Usually I park right next to the building, or am able to park right next to the building, and so I don't have to do a lot of walking. Now the only place that I can park that's closest means that I have at least a 10-minute, usually a 15-minute walk in between the buildings that I need to go, and it takes the full 15 minutes to get there. So by the time that I do get there, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm out of breath, I feel like I'm completely out of shape. It's kind of weird because when I'm not pregnant, it doesn't affect me like that. Stretching skin. So I still don't have any stretch marks, but I am definitely getting that itchy skin that people talk about when their skin stretches. I mean, that's what it does. But I am getting it on my stomach for sure, and then I'm also getting it on my boobs. I still do not have any dry, itchy, leaky, whatever nipples yet, and I honestly hope that nothing really happens with my nipples because I hate that word. I hate saying it. I think it sounds gross. It's like my least favorite word in the entire world, and I'd really like to not have to use it, and I don't know why I'm still holding my boobs, but all right. We're doing it. Itchy boobs, itchy stomach, and it's due to my skin. Edie, hush. My stomach has started to get hard. Before it was kind of squishy, kind of soft, kind of felt like just water. Now it has started to get hard, and if I'm laying flat on my back first thing in the morning on a more or less empty stomach, then I can feel a lot more of a pronounced area where my uterus is and where the baby is, whereas before it was just kind of all packed in there together, kind of squishy. But now it's getting hard and a lot more distinguishable if I'm laying flat. I have also noticed the first signs of muscle separation. Muscle separation in the abdomen and the six-pack area is pretty standard in pregnancy. I mean, to some degree you have to have some kind of muscle separation in order to make room. There are different levels of severity with that. You can have tearing of the muscle that needs surgery to fix. You can have, worse muscle separation that takes a while to heal. You can have smaller separation. I have just noticed the very beginnings of the separation, and all it is right down that center six-pack line. Your muscles just kind of pull apart a little bit to make space for a growing human, and you can just kind of feel more of a dip in there. And weirdly enough, if you sit, so the way that I noticed it was that I was laying flat on my back, looking at my stomach, poking at it, feeling it, whatever, and I sat up just a little bit, not all the way, and what it does is it kind of comes in at the sides and then it goes up a little bit in the center where that gap is, and I'm not sure why it does that. You'd think that it would go inwards, but anyway, that's how I noticed it, and that's one of the telltale signs that you do have some muscle separation. I now have a really nice fat crease underneath my boobs, which is hilarious because I've never had one of those. But so when I'm sitting down, it creases right here, and I mean my hands are under the camera line, but right here where the underwire of my bra is. So whenever I sit down, that underwire presses into my skin and it's starting to get really uncomfortable and really hurt, and my ribs have actually started to kind of hurt a little bit, and I don't know if that's due to the underwire or just due to my ribs also sort of having to expand a little bit. Regardless, it's funny and it's annoying because I can't sit comfortably like this, and then I can't sit comfortably straight because my back hurts, so it's either my back hurts or my stomach is uncomfortable. Restless leg syndrome. So that was one that I thought I was going to have to deal with for the rest of the pregnancy, and I was really not looking forward to it. As I explained in my 15-week video, it triggers my anxiety. It's just an awful thing. I hate it. However, since I went back to school and I have been doing so much walking, I feel like it has gone away a lot, and I think that has made a really big difference. So the walking around and the exercising and the keeping my legs moving, that has really helped, and I haven't really had any restless leg syndrome since then. I do notice that if I sit for longer periods of time, I start to get kind of twitchy, but if I stand up and walk it off, it kind of goes away. I also have noticed, especially in school, I sit with my legs crossed. These are my notes. I sit there with my legs crossed and my legs will start to fall asleep and go numb, and then I have to trade legs and switch off a lot more than I used to have to do. And I don't know if that's related to the restless leg syndrome or if it's related to just a change in the circulation of my body. As of right now, I still have not seen any of the swelling. So my feet haven't swollen yet. My calves are not swollen. I don't have any varicose veins or anything at the moment. My hands are still normal. So no swelling as of right now. So much frequent urination. That sentence doesn't make sense, but so much urination lately, so much peeing. Oh my gosh, it's insane. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have 3 classes that have 15 minutes in between them. So it's, it's one class, walk to the other class, one class, walk to the other one, it's it's one after the other. And in between those classes, I have to find time to pee because if I don't, I die. And I almost peed my pants in one of them and I was like, I need to go to the bathroom like right now. But normally if I had a day that had 3 classes in it, I would be able to, you know, usually I would pee after I finished my coffee or tea or whatever it was that I had brought in my thermos that day, and then I would be fine until I got back home. And, you know, unless I was drinking an abnormal amount of fluids, which I didn't usually do. So one bathroom trip for the whole day and then I'd go home and take another one. I get to school, I go to class. After that class, I'm already dying to pee, so I go and I pee. And then after the next class, I have to pee. And then after the next class, sometimes there's been 2 days that I've been able to make it back to my car and home without having to pee. But by the time I got home, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pee my pants. And it's not that I'm drinking mass amounts of fluid. It's just, I apparently have no bladder control anymore. So that's going to be super fun. So moving on, that's kind of it for me. But moving on to, oh, I guess one thing I haven't mentioned is nails. I cut my nails regularly, like all the time. I hate long nails, natural nails. I can do acrylics and usually I can last, I think the longest I lasted was like 8 days and then it was like, get them the fuck off. But my nails have definitely been growing a lot faster. I haven't noticed anything about my hair because I don't wear it down very often, but my nails definitely have grown and are growing a lot faster. On to the baby. The baby is apparently, according to my Ovia app, I believe he is the size of like a pomegranate. He is the size of, I don't remember any of the other ones. Pomegranate and a PlayStation controller is what it was showing. So he's about the size of a PlayStation controller. I think that gives most people a pretty decent idea of how big that is. And yeah, it's pretty insane, pretty crazy. I still have not felt any movement yet. I'm not concerned. I know he's fine in there, but I just haven't felt it yet. I'm sure I have actually felt it. I just haven't been able to distinguish it from anything. So whatever, it'll happen when it happens. Baby names. Dale and I have looked at baby names. We've gone through lists. We kind of have a general idea of names that we both think are really stupid. There's a name that I really like and I really still want to use and I don't think he's gonna go for it. And then he has a name that he really likes, but I'm like, straight up, no, we're not doing it. But no, nothing yet. I think that we'll be one of those couples that by the time that baby comes out, that's when we'll be going, shit, 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 we need to name this baby because we are not good. We have completely different tastes in names. No idea what I weigh. I still have not bought batteries for my stupid scale, so I don't know how heavy I am. And Dale's not here and I don't know where my measuring tape is, so I will show you my belly shot now. Okay, so here is with my shirt on. I don't think there's been a whole lot of growth, honestly. So again, I don't think that there's been a whole lot of growth, but here, I'm bending awkwardly. Anyway, I have pictures on my Instagram, which is linked down below. You guys can go look at that. Thank you guys for watching. My battery's almost dying, so I'm gonna go, but thank you guys for watching and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.